Okay, everyone, we're going to kick off tonight's LevAI presentation. My name is Aaron Byerlee, coming to you all the way from the Sunshine Coast in Australia. Very excited to be here and run you through how you can finally leverage AI and what I was looking for, monetize AI. So buckle up, take some notes. Get back to the person that invited you here if you've got further questions. If you have other people that want to jump on, last chance to message them and get them on tonight's presentation. There's going to be some fantastic stats here and just some things that might just get you thinking, opening your eyes, and maybe even get you very excited so you won't sleep tonight. So let me set a bit of a frame for you guys. Look, I don't think there's anyone probably on here that doesn't understand that there is some kind of incredible opportunity with AI right now. How big is it though? I mean, you hear a lot of hype, you hear a lot of different things around. So I want to break down exactly why, if you even have one entrepreneurial bone in your body, you should not be ignoring the tidal wave that is upon us right now. Difference here with AI is it's going to be 10 times bigger than the Industrial Revolution and maybe 10 times faster. Sudar says AI is more profound than fire or electricity or anything we've done in the past. And Sundar, he's the head of Google, very, very smart guy, is more profound than fire or electricity. Now, I don't know about you guys, but fire and electricity is pretty profound. We would struggle today without those things. And they're saying that AI is just going to be way, way bigger. So let's break it down into some stats and what it actually means for us. Now, there's a lot of predictions out there in terms of how much money is being put into researching AI. It's pretty funny when we look at some of the figures in China, when you look at some of the figures in the US, and then we compare it to what Australia is doing. And all Australia is really doing is putting a document together to see how it maybe can be compliant and legal. And we're not really putting much money into it. It's really a race. It's a little bit like the race to the moon back in the 60s, right? But let's put some numbers on it. Yeah, some people talk about it being worth 1.8 trillion by 2020, 2033. The UN Trade Development say it's going to be more like 4.8 trillion by 2033. Now, if you had an AI business, whether that was just part-time, right, and you captured, say, 0.001% of that 4.8 trillion, yeah, that's $48 million. Now, I don't know about you, but even if you mess that up, it's still going to be a pretty good outcome, right? And just to put that in perspective, people talk about industries all the time. It doesn't really mean much, but just to put it in perspective, oil and gas industry is pretty big. We know that. Been around for 166 years, currently worth 4.2 trillion. So it kind of just puts it in perspective of just how fast it is growing and how big it is going to be. Let's have a look at some stats here from an entrepreneurial point of view that just really gets you thinking about the opportunity right now. Most marketing agencies now, digital agencies, AI agencies, are using AI to some degree. 61% is probably going to be outdated every hour of every day since this slide was put together. I'd be surprised now if 99% of marketing agencies aren't using AI. Certainly all the ones that I see are. But when surveyed, only 1% of business owners say they are AI mature in terms of, hey, we're using AI, we incorporate it into all of our business, we're doing follow-ups and lead gen and calls with AI. So very few businesses still really know how to incorporate it. My sister-in-law works for a very rich surgeon, very popular surgeon over here in Queensland, and all he talks about is how he wants to get rid of half of his staff, all of his overheads, and he wants to incorporate AI. He just has no idea how to do it, and his staff have no idea how to do it. Guess who I'm going to in the next couple of weeks to show him how he can implement a lot of great AI strategies. And this is where it's at right now, guys. We have about 12 months. About 12 months of opportunity, because I guarantee you in 12 months' time, that surgeon is not still talking about AI. He's not still wondering how to incorporate it into his business. He still doesn't have 12 people setting up surgeries, getting back to people, following up, taking different bookings. He's got half of those and he's already incorporated AI into his business. And now the opportunity for me to go and sign him up as a client is gone. We have about 12 months of this window ahead of us, guys. with an incredible opportunity. 1% of business owners at the moment are AI mature. Less than 10% of individuals are really using AI to any sort of degree in terms of productivity. The business owners that are using it say, hey, look, we reckon we're 38% more productive and we're getting 3.7 to 10 times return on our AI investment. 80% of those entrepreneurs say it gives them a competitive edge and they're growing 150% faster and higher than the competitors not using that. The fact is, 75% of businesses that aren't using AI right now are going to be just too far behind or literally gone just 5 years from now. And AI is growing at 120% year on year. As every day goes past, it's probably getting closer to growing 120% month on month, week on week, day on day. So they're just some stats to give you an idea of where we're at in this opportunity. But what is the opportunity for you? You're not technical, you don't really understand AI, you're kind of using ChatGPT, but not really. You're thinking about putting it into your business. How do you monetize? How do you leverage AI without being, a coder, without being technical, without even having a digital company? Well, let me show you. Let's have a bit of a look at what value do you currently bring the marketplace. And as we know, as entrepreneurs, you've all done the personal development, read the books. The amount of money that you make on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis is proportionately determined by the value that you bring to the marketplace. What problems are you solving? What do you know that no one else knows? How much harder are you working than everybody else? And this is the reality right here. Imagine in 2025 not knowing how to use the internet. What sort of value are you bringing if you go for a job interview? If you're just going for a receptionist role, but you don't know how to use the internet, do you think you're going to get the job in 2025? I mean, even if you're a grandparent now and you're sitting down with the grandkids and they're like, hey, I just want to find out what the most dangerous animal in Africa is, granddad, and you can't even Google that and help them out. I mean, what sort of value are you bringing in 2025 if you don't know how to use the internet in any shape or form? Imagine being in business, you're just going to get left behind, right? I mean, you're obsolete many, many years ago without the internet, without being on page one of Google, without having meta ads. This is you 3 years from now if you don't know how to use AI. Now, if that doesn't get your heart kind of pumping and butterflies in your stomach of urgency to start learning this stuff, and it's not complicated. Just start reading a few books, getting on a few Zooms, going to a few seminars. That's what I did. When I first saw this AI thing coming, I was like, no, I just can't learn another thing. I can't learn another skill. I've just got my business to page one of Google. Bury the head in the sand. But it becomes very obvious very quickly that if you're in the entrepreneurial space, you want to make some money, you want to get ahead in business, you're going to have to be competent at this. You're going to have to at least know the basics. I always call it know enough to be dangerous and then outsource the rest to someone that has a technical mind that can put it all together for you. And that's where your opportunity can come in with LevAI as well. And when we look at opportunities that are around, it doesn't really matter how hard you're rowing, right? It doesn't matter how hard you work if you've got a blockbuster video store or even in the direct sales industry right now, product-based companies are tough. And as Warren Buffett says, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you're in. And right now, the AI boat, you're not even going to barely need to row. And so I ask you, are you going to be a dinosaur or a crocodile? Are you going to evolve with these times or bury your head in the sand and become extinct over the next 12 months, 24 months, over the next 5 years? Certainly, if you keep your head in the sand, that meteor of AI is coming, if not already here. And you want to be a crocodile. You want to be one of these old mythical creatures, one of these dinosaurs that survived over all these thousands of years and still there fighting today. So you're going to be a dinosaur or a crocodile and evolve. And this gives us the LevAI opportunity. It's the first direct sales company to incorporate a whole suite of tools and leverage, one of the biggest opportunities of our lifetime. You put it all together in terms of an opportunity. Yes, okay, the AI thing makes sense, but how? Who do I trust? Who do I partner with? And I looked at all sorts of different white label opportunities, all sorts of different opportunities. There wasn't really anything that I found that had everything in one place. There wasn't any sort of person behind it that understood the leverage of what we could do with this, particularly from a direct sales point of view. And when you look at someone like Randy Schroeder, someone like Blake Schroeder, you go, okay, hang on, what have you guys got going on here? Because you've got such an incredible track record in business, in startups, in direct sales, in law, in business. And if you're going to get behind an AI company, I want to know more about it. And that's what I love about LevAI is we've got such a great group of leadership from the president here, Blake, who's had so many incredible roles in the direct sales and e-commerce industries, you know, a legal background to head up this company and to launch it. It's just been incredible to see what he's done in such a short period of time and what I'll know he'll do over the long period of time. So we're in good hands here in terms of leadership, in terms of corporate. There's lots of other people behind the scenes doing the tech work. That's really important because you can become obsolete overnight if you're not adopting with the tech because there's new things coming out all the time. So you've got Blake at the realm, you've got $1 billion enterprise in the core enterprises based in Texas as well. And so this is what got me excited is, hey, I know you need a big tech team. You need good, honest people. You need smart people and you need some money behind this if it's actually going to work. This is a big play. This is a heavy lift. And the core enterprises I've known for many years, they're involved with lots and lots of different direct sales companies. They own many direct sales companies. They do logistics and shipping, fulfillment, manufacturing, merchant, supply for so many different direct sales companies, e-commerce companies, influencers. Over $7 billion in revenue over the last few years. And so these are the owners and these are the guys behind Lev AI. LevAI solves solutions, right? And so again, all the things that we're looking at is we're watching AI go past us at a million miles an hour. And it kind of feels like today's billionaires are the 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds that understand how to do coding, how to build websites and social media. And for us, you know, our 40, 50, 60 year olds, it's like, man, if I was just a bit more technical, I could make millions of dollars with AI as well. Well, it doesn't have to be like that. Again, it's just about learning a few basics, having an open mind, and getting involved in this tidal wave. And so that's really the solution that Lev AI brings is the opportunity that anyone can tap into very affordable without technical skills, but also you can go and tap into this wave with traditional business as well. I want to paint a bit of a picture for that as we go. So, the entrepreneurs that are out there, the solopreneurs, the networkers, the influencers, small business, it can be costly, it can be confusing. You're limited by tech. Who do I trust? Lead generation, spending all that money on Meta ads, Google ads, SEO. And now how do I adopt AI into my business, right? And Lev AI has that solution. And we're going to be bringing in a range of tools into this one suite more and more as we go, month by month, year by year, to a one-stop solution. So we have what we call My AI Social, My Network, My Web, My Momentum, and My Prospects. And that's just the touch of the tip of the iceberg to get us started. So let's run through a few of these. My AI Social. So this helps us with our social media. So many people that I still speak to today, they understand that they need to be posting every single day. But what do I post? What's my combination of curiosity versus a sales pitch versus value versus humor versus controversy? And so what your AI social can do here is get you unstuck, get you consistent, keep you accountable to posting regular across all of your socials. It'll tell you exactly what to write. It'll stick the emojis in there. It'll stick in the capital letters. It'll stick in an image, everything. So you can just go bang, bang onto your socials. And so what you want to do when you first log into your Lev AI back office is to make sure it really does get to know you. And that's what I've been working on over the last few months with just ChatGPT is when I first started with ChatGPT, I was like, this thing's a joke. AI is not going to work because ChatGPT was getting half the stuff wrong saying I can't answer that. I used to go back and forth with verbal abuse with ChatGPT. Now I'm just thanking it every single day, being really nice to it. It knows that my favorite rock band is Bon Jovi, and we know each other really well. We hang out a lot, and I use it all day, every day now. And it's the same with Lev AI. You want to log in, you want to tell it all about you. Write as much as you can. Spend some time on this in the beginning, everything about your personal life, your family life, all of your businesses. And then when it writes your social media posts, when it writes your emails, when it sets up your websites, etc., it's going to do it so much more accurately where you go, actually, that sounds exactly like me. I got it to write me an email the other day about one of my traditional businesses that I just launched recently, and I changed two words. I was reading it and I was like, man, that's pretty good. Not only would I write it like that, that makes me want to buy the business. Like that's got me excited and it just nailed it. There were just two words that I edited out and then I sent that email out. So this is great here with your social media and your emails. My network. So this is like a CRM, right? And as we build this out, this is going to become so competitive with some of the biggest CRM systems that are out there today. One of the things I really love about this is just that the tech side of the AI is, instead of searching through LinkedIn and, messaging people, writing down my list, putting it into a spreadsheet, putting it into my CRM, I can literally take a picture or I can take a screenshot of that on my phone, load it up into the app, and it's going to put it straight into my CRM. So it can find contact details, name, phone number, email. It's going to put that into my CRM. It's also going to scan that prospect and say, hey, this is Lucy. Lucy lives in South Africa. She's been an entrepreneur by the look since she was 21. This is the current business she's in right now. These are her interests. These are her hobbies. Here's her favorite books. If I was to write a cold email or a cold social media message to her to get them interested in looking at Lev AI, this is how I would word it. Pretty cool, right? So it can screen, load up into the CRM just with a screenshot, a photo, and do all of that heavy lifting for you. There's Blake. Imagine what it would write. This is how you would approach Blake, president of Lev AI. So it's a very, very cool, and that's only getting smarter and smarter and better and better. Same sort of thing with my web. And so the more information you could put in there, the description of your business, any other URL links that relate to that, any documents, tell me about your business, tell me about the problems that your business solves, tell me the hot points. Why is your business better than this business? What are the weaknesses of your business? Write as much as you possibly can with your different businesses, your different brands, and then you can literally get it to write an email, social media post, or you can click on my web and it will build your website in 7.2 seconds. It's pretty cool. And then you can then go and do more specifics over, an hour. So you go and upload your logo. You want to change that image to that image. I'm really happy with that headline, but I don't like that wording. Bang, you've got a website. Whether you let Lev AI host that or whether you go get your own hosting and URL, it's very, very cool. But it allows you the ability to build your own company websites, your own landing pages, your own funnels, capture pages, lead gen, anything that you want for your different businesses through just very, very simple AI prompts without having to know any coding or anything. My momentum, I really love this one and one that I need, nudges you to stay consistent. We all know you got to be consistent, but how many people are consistently consistent? Not many of us. And so little things like, I'll go and prospect, five really big networkers and one guy says, hey, look, I'm just overseas right now, but this sounds really interesting. And I am in between projects. Hit me back up mid-November. No problems. Now, me being a little bit old school, I'll write a note down, maybe put a reminder in my phone. But life gets busy. Business gets busy. Next minute, it's mid-January. And oh, man, I remember having that chat with that really big networker, that really big entrepreneur, that really big business owner that was going to do a $10,000 a month contract with me or was looking for a new direct sales opportunity and I never bloody got back to them. Well, this can give you a nudge. This can say, hey, don't forget you got to follow that guy up mid-November. Hey, don't forget to post on social media. Hey, don't forget to send an email out to that database. So it can be really great accountability partner on autopilot to make sure you stay consistent with all the tasks you need to be doing. This one's pretty cool. So this is my prospects. So we have over 2 billion prospects that we can search for, which are specific to what you are after. So let's say, for example, you own a gym. You are looking for the perfect clientele. It's a female-only gym for over 50s. Well, now you can search for people that are over 50 that are female in your area. They might just be the perfect person to reach out with a cold DM, get your staff to go and do 100 of them a month. Do you think you couldn't pick up 10 new members that way that maybe you didn't even know your gym was there? What about for LevAI? Hey, I'm looking for entrepreneurs, looking for AI solutions. Please find people on LinkedIn that own a dentist because I want to set them up some AI automations on their website. It's going to help you to find those individuals, those businesses. You can do up to 25 a month on the basic plan, 100 a month on the pro plan. This is really helpful for finding the exact customers that we're looking for. It's very helpful for people in my industry in direct sales because so many people say, I've run out of people to talk to. I've been through my warm market, posting on my socials. I'm not getting any more inboxes. I'm not really good at, doing funnels and Facebook ads. Bang, go and do 2,500 of these a month. If you can't enroll a certain percentage of them, even when your AI is going to be telling you what to write to these people as well. So I found a prospect in the Philippines, South Africa, Australia, America. What shall I write to them now? Look, based on their profile, this is how I would start the conversation. You are out of excuses for prospecting and getting customers in your business. Now, we haven't even got to the best part. This is going to be available over the next few weeks. This is my AI video feature. So this is a video that you can choose an avatar. So you can choose, a good looking girl, a good looking guy, or whatever sort of look you're going for. Or what I would highly recommend is to choose you. So upload a picture of yourself and then we're going to train it on how you speak and how you move and your features. And by the time you're finished, it only takes a few minutes, you're going to have an avatar that looks exactly like you. You won't be able to tell the difference. It's going to speak and sound like you in 150 different languages. Now, what could you use that for? A multiple of things. I mean, for me, I've built businesses all around the world over the last few decades, and I've always been a bit of a struggle because, when you're doing webinars, you have interpreters. Even when you're doing social media chats, you can get a bit lost in translation. Well, now we can go back and forth with each other. Someone speaking Tagalog in the Philippines, I'm speaking English. Someone speaking Spanish, I'm speaking English. But we're just going back and forth in real time, talking to each other, training them up about the business. Maybe I've got my avatar sitting on my traditional business website. So there's a little, image of me sitting up there, just like how this lady looks. And instead of just having the old-fashioned FAQ form on your website, which if anyone's still got that today, probably 99% of businesses too, you are already going backwards. I would have an image of me that if you wanted to ask me a question, you could ask me about my gym. Hey, just wondering what the membership is for this month. I'm wondering if you got any specials on. I'm wondering if you got a personal trainer that's there. I'm wondering what hours you're open. I can talk to them verbally about all these different answers and questions. Now, do you think I'm a good chance of signing up a membership bang right there on the spot because I've answered all their questions? What about if someone in Australia, we're very multicultural here, barely speaks any English and they only speak Mandarin and they come onto my gym website, they're looking for a gym and they start asking questions and I answer them in Mandarin? Am I a better chance of having that member come into my gym or enroll on the spot? There's so many there's just so many ways that we can do this. You can train it up into 150 different languages. You can choose an avatar. I would highly recommend choosing one of yourself because we're all about self-branding. Give it the script, help you write the message so it sounds and exact. This is me in Hindi. So I uploaded this one a little while ago. Let's see if it comes out.
मैं इस एआई कंपनी के साथ साझेदारी करने को लेकर बेहद उत्साहित हूं। लीवे इस समय डायरेक्ट सेल्स में सबसे हॉट चीज है। जब आप $1 अरब की इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, शानदार मुआवजा योजना और एक ऐसे निच के साथ साझेदारी कर रहे हैं जो हर जगह है, जो धरती पर किसी भी चीज से तेजी से बढ़ रहा है, डायरेक्ट सेल्स में एक एआई डिजिटल प्रोडक्ट के साथ जहां हम पूरी दुनिया में इतनी तेजी से बढ़ रहे हैं, मैं पूरी तरह से इसमें शामिल हूं। आपके साथ काम करने का इंतजार नहीं।
You guys get the idea. So I'm just going to pause there for a little second, and I want you just to think about this. If you've been involved in the direct sales industry before, or you've been involved in business before, so what LevAI is, you've got two really big opportunities here. You've got an opportunity to go and build a team with this. So you could go and enroll 100 people that might turn into 5,000 people all around the world. There are no products to ship. We don't have to wait for TGA, FDA approvals. We don't have to have the risk of the costs of shipping, manufacturing all around the world. It's digital. So we can move really fast. 150 different languages with our product. Over a dozen different languages in our back office. We can move this thing all around the world really, really quickly and build a big team. And we're going to talk about how you can earn money like that in a second. The second opportunity within this is forget about building a team. There's so many people out there at the moment that have no interest in doing multi-level or network marketing or building any team or babysitting of any sort. It's incredible how many people out there just want to make an extra $1,000 a month without having to build a team. Well, welcome to LevAI. Could you go and charge a dentist, a hairdresser, a doctor surgery, $2,000, $3,000 a month to go and embed your Lev AI digital twin on their website? And there's so many different opportunities that businesses are going to tap into. Even if they just wanted to self-learn, come and learn about AI and get access to all of these tools and pay the $99 a month, you're going to start earning a residual income on that. How many businesses can you sign up to that? So you've got the wholesale and the retail opportunity. As more and more different tools come in here, you're going to be able to charge more and more to retail customers. And so you guys might have seen out there, and this may or may not come into our back office over time, but things like the AI receptionist that can take calls, can book in meetings, hairdressing appointments, dentist surgeries, outgoing sales calls, text messaging, your AI twin, your chat box, all these different AI tools, we're working really hard to bring them into Lev AI. And I know that even without building a team, say the AI receptionist, I've got friends that are in the digital marketing space that charge $3,000 a month to dentists that have an AI receptionist. And so they don't need to pay someone $5,000 or $6,000 a month to sit there and take the calls. This receptionist answers the calls. You wouldn't even tell it was AI. That's connected to the calendar. They know exactly when they can book in. Bang, booked in. Follow up with text message. Follow up with the call to make sure they're coming in. $3,000 a month coming in. Now imagine just signing up one dentist with that sort of AI tool and earning 3 grand a month. So the retail capabilities here, it's a little bit like if you're in, a multivitamin company, a skincare company, you have the opportunity to go to hairdressers, beauty salons, gyms, and sell the product retail. And each month they order more and more of your multivitamins because they love it, and you're making the difference between a wholesale and retail. Well, here your markup is huge, and the opportunity for retail is massive. And we're going to show you how to do that as this company matures, as more and more tools come into place. But as soon as that AI twin hits our account in the next few weeks, I'm going straight out to businesses and saying, hey, how cool would this be if this was on your website, able to speak in 150 different languages? I'll just charge you X, Y, and Z for that. And they can come in and, they can pay me some income, or they can come in and incorporate it all themselves just with their own back office, pay 99 a month. So what does 49 and $99 a month get you? Well, at the 49 basic pack, you've got the AI twin that we just demonstrated. So that's super cool that it's available for everybody. Again, coming into the back office in the next couple of weeks. You got your AI socials that we spoke about. You can have one business profile at basic. You got your email assistant there as well that can help you to draft the emails in the wording that sounds like you, and basic CRM. Then with the 99 Pro, you've got all of those capabilities, but you can have multiple business profiles, which I love. So when I first logged in, I went and set up, I think it was 4 or 5 different profiles. So one for Lev AI and 4 different traditional businesses that I have as well. The Pro gives you the ability to make the websites that we spoke about. It has more enhanced CRM capabilities. The prospecting tool that we showed you, it has that in Pro. You can now start to also invite your team along at the Pro level and create like an onboarding video PDF and say, hey, welcome to LevAI. There's your onboarding. Take the next hour to go through that. And you can start to create an onboarding profile. You can start to create getting started. You can start to create some higher level trainings, and they can go through what's basically like a course to teaching them how to use LevAI, how to do good network marketing, how to close, how to prospect, how to do copy, how to do anything that you want. So you can start to create that within your team and communicate with messages and all those sorts of different things within teams. And then for specific people that hit a certain rank, you'll be able to clone that information into another digital twin and just train up your team in any language. Now, can you imagine what that can do if you're building a global network all through Asia, South America, Africa, wherever it may be, and you can speak in any language and train your team on the onboarding, the prospecting, the AI, the back office, the compensation plan, higher level skills in any language. This is a game changer for network marketers for sure. So you can do all of those sorts of things with your avatar once you get to a certain rank on the pro level too. So very, very exciting. This is what I was talking about just here. So stay tuned for that as we build that out. It is incredible value. I mean, 49 or 99. As I said, I've been playing around with this for a little while. And all the white labels that I looked at, you're looking at 49, 150, 250, 350, 500 a month, 1500 a month for unlimited if you want access to a lot of these tools and then you go white label it. This is all available for 99. If I go and get my go high level CRM, then I've got to pay me $20 a month for ChatGPT, which I'll always keep because that's like a bigger generic value. Then you've got a video generator, all your CRM filing systems, website building, hosting, social media. I mean, you're paying separately. I always forget where the hell they all are. I can't even remember my logins, let alone what you're paying. All in one spot, all affordable, $49 or $99 a month. Great value. So it's got strong value, accessible by members all around the world, as we spoke about. The satisfaction is really incredible. And again, let's talk a bit about how you can earn money, not just from retail with businesses, but also from building a team as well. I think we understand the market opportunity is just really unlimited, right? So the ways that we would get paid for building a team is, whether a customer or a team builder comes in, we're going to earn 50% of that 49 or $99 as they come in. 20% commissions as they continue on. So 20% of that 50, 20% of that 100 every single month. We start to generate a very nice residual income as it turns into dozens and then hundreds and then thousands and then tens of thousands of people every single month on a recurring $99 a month. That can start to look very nice. But then we start to get the compound effect, right? And so as those people come in and start enjoying the tools and they start telling their business friends and their solopreneurs and their influencers and their networkers, we start to earn a percentage on every single level down 8 generations. On top of that, as we keep on ranking, advancing through our sales volume, we can earn up to 1 to 4% infinity levels deep. Then as people start earning money because we've trained them up in our back office with our onboarding in multiple languages with our avatar, we start to earn a 4% check match on whatever they earn. So if they earn 20,000 a month, we'll earn 4% of that. They earn 100,000 a month, we earn 4% of that. And then their people, we earn 4%, and their people 4%. So it's a 4 generation matching bonus. And so when our team win, we win. It's worth our time training, putting the effort in. I can't wait to get out on the road and start doing live events and really start to hone in the training in person, not just on Zooms. Because once people start using these tools, once they've trained their AI, once the AI twin is there, once we start getting customers on board, this thing takes on a whole new life of its own. And these commission checks really start kicking in as your team hits 100, 1,000, 10,000, and so forth. You do the maths on some of that. It's really simple as you progress through the ranks. I've just pinned this up on my wall right now. So once I've got one person enrolled and there's $250 coming through their memberships, I've got 2 customers, I'm a lead partner. And then, okay, what do I need to do to progress through the ranks and get higher commissions? I need to be an advanced partner. So now I need to have 2 teams operating. I need to have $500 a month in memberships coming through those 2 teams. I still need my 2 customers as well. Mentor, 3 teams, 1,000 in each team, 3 customers. Director, 4, 2.5, all the way through to the top of the comp plan. I need just 5 teams, I need $20,000 a month coming through those teams, and I just need three customers. So, if you can't go out there and get three customers, it might be, one of your traditional businesses might be a customer. And then two other businesses that want to use the product, that want to have an AI twin, that want an AI secretary. Your team tells someone who tells someone who tells someone, five teams going. This is not, I'm not going to say it's easy because I do not want to set that expectation. It takes work, it takes experience, it takes consistency. But I've been doing this for 30 years, and to hit the top of this compensation plan is a lot easier. There's no hoops to jump through. As we said, it's not about how hard you paddle, it's about being in the right boat. You could stuff this up monumentally and still do very, very well. So I'll just word it like that. Are you going to be a crocodile? Or are you going to be a dinosaur? I want to see you guys surviving for another 100,000 years, another million years, as a crocodile that keeps on adapting with AI. So to wrap it up there, guys, that's the opportunity ahead of us with LevAI. We are already, if you log into your back office, all the main languages are there, written textually, over a dozen different languages, 150 different languages with the actual product itself, the AI twin that we showed you that it can speak. You can sign up with credit card now, PayPal, crypto any day as well. So literally any day now, we will have crypto in terms of payment and also in terms of your commissions. So that opens up a whole new demographic as well. Saves the PayPal fees and all those types of things. It's really important to stay updated. So these sorts of Zooms are really important to get on. Otherwise, you just miss something. So it's one thing that someone says. It's like, oh, I didn't even really think about, retails. I didn't really think about hairdressers and dentists. And wow, that's really got me excited because I can go and sign up one dentist and charge $500 a month for the AI twin because they don't want to come into Lev AI. Or, as we get more and more tools, I can charge more. The retail side of it excites me. Or I didn't even know you could build a team with this. I thought it was just using the tools. And so sometimes one thing's going to drop and make you really excited. You need to stay, on track with the announcements because we're going to have more tools that launch. Don't miss the day the AI twin launches. You don't want to be missing that. And there's more and more that are be coming. There'll be, incentive trips that we offer, new countries that open up, all these different new languages. So stay on these Zooms, on the YouTube, Insta, Facebook, X, LinkedIn. Make sure you're staying up to date with everything. Now is the time, guys. Remember at the beginning, I said there is a 12-month window here before that dentist, that hairdresser, that surgeon, that gym has AI already incorporated into the business. And it's going to be very hard to then go and say, no, well, don't worry about that AI company. Come with me. I'm better because they have loyalty. It's all too hard to swap over, right? You want to get into those businesses now. You want to speak to entrepreneurs about this opportunity now. You want to speak to digital companies and agencies about this now. You want to speak to networkers about this now, that incorporate this alongside of what they're already doing as a tool or as a side gig as well. So the time is definitely now because every time you go to sleep and wake up, AI is evolving very, very quickly. So it's been my pleasure to share that with you guys. I hope you got one thing from that that you can take away with you and apply. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm available on socials or whenever you need. Look forward to catching up in person and seeing you on the next Zoom. Get back to the person that invited you to this one. Ask them the questions that you need to ask or say, hey, I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to get going. And they'll look after you. Thanks and see you on the next Zoom. Cheers, everybody.